Greetings, fellow humans, and welcome to another Tea with JD. It's been a while since I drank tea on camera. But yeah, this is Manuscript Monday, because it's Monday, and because there is progress to report. And this is red tea. It is rooibos red tea. It is wonderful. It's the spot. So, apart from Manuscript Monday and the small update, I'm also gonna speak briefly about something about my writing. So, progress report. Natural intelligence is still at 11K because I haven't transcribed what I wrote last week. We'll try to bite down on that, so I can also transcribe and progress that project. But I have transcribed 11 chapters of The Boy Who Dreams About Flying. I broke the 20K mark, so happy me. It's not gonna be that long of a book, because being more YA, middle grade-ish fantasy, I didn't want it to be too long, and I also wanted to try to write something shorter. Same with Natural Intelligence, which should be even shorter than the Boy Who Dreams About Flying, and just to mix it up. I like to mix it up. So that's my progress report in Manuscript Mondays. But there is a lingering question regarding what I write and how I write. A lot of people are amazed that I write most of my work by longhand, and then transcribe and then edit. I've talked about this before, but why do I do that? It's so much trouble, so much work. Yes, it is a lot of work. Yes, it is a lot of trouble. Yes, it is a pain in the ass, a severe one. But once I transcribe, that's already phase one in editing, and I do cut a lot of stuff, or I can highlight areas that I think might need tweaking, which helps my editing process. Also, isn't it refreshing to be able to write without having to worry about the charge of something? And just have enough pens, enough paper, and you'll do fantastic, and you can write anywhere. If the papers get wet, you can still use it to transcribe. Trust me, I've had papers with salsa on it. If you see my Instagram, there's one of my notes with salsa on it, like salsa. But it is what it is, and it also physically, I get in a different mindset. When you're like this, you get in a mindset. But when you're sitting or whatever, and you crouch down and you use it, it's another thing. And you're punching in letters to make a word versus you're writing a word. And the movement, the flowing movement, and the thing is that I constantly switch from block letters and cursive. So I'd like to see someone try to analyze my crazy ass handwriting. But I find that it has a different type of flow with me, and that if I want to do more creative stuff, the pen is mightier than the keyboard. If I want to do something more analytical or editing, obviously the keyboard is king. Or queen. What if the keyboard is queen? But yeah, I find it very liberating to write by longhand, and you can vary things so much more, and it's just, I don't know, it's a kinetic experience much more than a digital one. So that's why I do it, and also, I'm trying to keep up the times. I have a YouTube channel. But I'm 37 and very Gen X in certain things, and I'm very old school in certain things. And if it were up to me, I would prefer to listen to all my music in CDs and have all my books physically, but due to space, time, and money constraints, I don't do it. But I do keep all my notebooks. It's very interesting to also see the first time you wrote something. If if you can decipher your chicken scratchings, in my case. But it's good because we're so saturated with electronic stuff. Right now, I'm looking at a phone. Not, I could be tweeting. I could be writing on the blog. By the way, the blog I mostly write directly on the computer. Like I said, more analytical. It's not that it can't be heartfelt. It's just that it's a different type of mindset that I have. But it's good to disconnect once in a while. And sometimes I have digital fatigue. It's like so much information that I watch, so much stuff that I watch and I interact. It's cool and it's fun, but it takes a toll. And eventually, you need to just shut everything down and just live an analog day or hour in that case. So yeah, that's it for this Manuscript Monday. But if you have any questions about my process or anything, or if you just wanna chit the chat, by all means, drop a comment, click like, click subscribe, look for me on other social media, and we'll have a nice chat. But for now, may you have a mighty Monday, and peace, love, and maki words.